afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, administrators, and my fellow classmates, friends, schoolmates. My name is Afonki Graciela, and I'm a student of Lower Seed Science, Mario Academic College. Our project is based on the transformation of palm nuts to palm oil. Palm oil is an edible vegetable oil derived from the mesocarp of palm nuts. Exactly. According to Agric, where the members produce 95% of vegetable oils and 98% of soap supplied in Cameroon, the structural deficit of palm oil reached 160,000 tons, up from 130,000 tons yearly. And according to Jacques Kamale, Cameroon produces 400 tons of palm oil yearly, which 300 tons goes for the industrial demand, leaving roughly 100 tons for the domestic demand. That's a loophole for us because the domestic demand of palm oil in Cameroon is left untended to. So Mario Academic Complex, going by the brand name Mark Oils, has chosen palm oil production because it is very profitable for us. Since as Cameroon industries have decided to neglect the domestic demand of palm oil because you go to the market, it is very unsanitary. It's put out there in a very unsanitary condition. It looks very dirty and stuff. Our industries have decided to neglect it because most of the industries in Cameroon are small-scale producers, and the very few large-scale producers use traditional technology and rely solely on manual labor. And we have come to change that. We are a game changer. We choose. Us Mark Oils are going into a merger with Agro Oils, an already in existent firm, because to start up a palm oil production, you need roughly 458 million francs CFA. And Agro already has 80 hectares of land worth 282 million francs CFA. I'm not lying. You can search it on the web. They have a website. You can search it at Agro Oils. Tap it on your phone, you see. They have a farmland, or should I say a plantation, worth 282 million francs CFA. And we're going to merger with them, and they're willing to give us 2 hectares, that's 300 palm trees. And this will give us a rough produce of 6,000 kilograms palm oil per year. That's if we promise to meet the 200 tons per annual shift. That's leaving us with a 6,000 kilograms per year, 6,000 liters. And if we sell at a price of 1,200 francs per liter, we have roughly 7 million francs at our first year. I know that is not all, please, that's not all. We are giving back to Agro 3.3 million for rent, branding, and taxes. That's 600 francs on every bottle goes back to Agro for rent, branding, and taxes, leaving us with a rough amount profit of 3,600,000 for the first year that we intend to reinvest back into the project. We don't intend to use it for extra stuff. We intend to reinvest it back in the project. Okay. Our corporate objectives are to put a healthy-looking palm oil bottle in at least one in every household 150 kilometers away from the farmland, which is based in Lepnyok, Gwei, Sanaga Maritime of the littoral region. And we intend to develop a new product every 2 years of our production, because literally most firms now in Cameroon don't reuse their raw materials, their end products well. They tend to throw away the palm kernels they get, but we intend to reuse it back to create what we roughly call mayanga. I think because that's us maximizing our profit. Because if we reuse this and create another product and keep on diversifying. Wait, I think every food we ate since we came to Agric has palm oil in it. There was eru, kwakoko, and all the rest. Koki and achu, even kati, as we call it. That is how important palm oil is. And forgetting, not only basing on its importance, we're talking about how healthy it is. Personally, I was suffering from food poisoning. I'd eaten something bad. And the first thing my mother gave me was red oil. From a very personal experience. The first thing she gave me was red oil. And that is a motive for me. Because when you go out there to the market, the conditions in which you see palm oil bottles, we're talking about cholera. We are cholera. Because the condition in which we put out palm oil bottles or palm oil in the market, it is very, very terrible. I'm talking about a feasible product of what we're talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It's a project that already started but stopped because we intend to use, Agric intends to use more machineries into it. Because from the beginning, we're using the traditional method of preparing it, using the whole, I don't know how they call that. But they intend to buy most of the very modern technologies used to make palm oil. That's going to maximize their product loss. That's the kernels and the rest. Because when you use the traditional method of preparing palm oil, you lost a lot of kernels. I have seen it. You lost a lot of palm kernels because it sticks to the machine in a very unremovable manner. So using a modern method that we intend to use is going to help us save most of that palm kernel. And we intend to open up a processing facility that will ensure high productivity and minimize processing losses, as I already said, and ensure efficiency. And one of our core corporate values is integrity and creativity. Last time I presented this project, she asked me how we are going to survive, how did you call it? The situation where companies choose artificial shortages. And integrity is one of our core values. Because most companies choose to create shortages. They base on the fact that Cameroon exports 3/4 of its produce, and they turn out to extort from the civilians in Cameroon. And we have decided to have integrity as our core value. That in case of situations like this, we will stick to our price, and I don't know how they call it in local English, shock the losses. Because the reason for this project, after all, is to help people and create more job opportunities. As our Excellency, Mr. Paul Biya said, all youth should go back to the farm. Thank you. And the production plan and everything is in the hard copy I gave.
Okay, can we clap for statistics? She did a lot of research, so she has a lot of statistics. It is very important when you are entering a new business. All right, we'll hear from the jury now.
When I said you were lying, it's just a matter of speaking, right?
Yes.
Like, shut up. That cannot be real.
Yes, madam.
I said that you were lying. No, that's not what I meant. But I am just so wow. I don't even know what is coming out of you, young people. It's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Seriously, and the thought that you're putting into it, the research that you're putting into it. Now, what I want you to look into, you know that they have been talking about cholesterol levels being high in palm oil and all of that.
Yes,
and you know that that is not true.
Yes, madam.
Right? It depends on the way you use
consume
palm oil, right?
Yes, madam.
So these are the things that you need to market.
Yes, madam.
All right? You're talking about your packaging and all of that. When I look at a project, I'm looking at what I call the X factor. What is that little extra thing that sets you apart from the rest of the people?
Yes, ma'am.
Because everybody is going to be talking about what you're talking about. And now you need to tell me or go and find out what is your X factor. What is it that sets you apart? What is it that makes you different? Now, if you start talking about the chain and going back to the local producers
Yes, ma'am.
and having a partnership link with them, then you are not only growing your project, you are also growing people
Yes, ma'am.
and communities. And I like what you said at the end. The best way to market a project is to find a need and fulfill that need. You have found a need for clean palm oil, and you're going ahead and making sure that that is produced in large quantities. And my dear daughter, I am just so proud of you all.
Thank you.
I think I